दोस्तों प्रेजेंट स्पीच की डिक्टेशन को आगे बढ़ाते हुए एक और मैटर आपको मैं प्रोवाइड करूंगा। 800 वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन है और इस क्लास में इसकी स्पीड होगी 80 WPM। आपको डिक्टेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं, बी रेडी फॉर इट। ए फ्यू मंथ्स एगो द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया लॉन्च्ड आयुष्मान भारत, a universal health coverage program that is the largest such in the world. This is an attempt to leverage our quality conscious and cost effective pharma, hospitals, and healthcare infrastructure for the benefit of deprived and underprivileged families. I understand that only a month ago, the government of Bolivia inaugurated a program with a similar vision. India looks forward to assisting and partnering Bolivia in its endeavor. It is appropriate to recall that public health was an issue that Mahatma Gandhi often brought up and was very much part of his conception of freedom and liberty. He was one of the first political leaders in modern history to speak about the importance of sanitization. As such, India's best tribute to him in his 150th year will be the completion of the Swachh Bharat mission on October 2, 2019, his birthday. Over 5 years, Swachh Bharat has been a government initiated and people driven movement aimed at ending the age old practice of open defecation and universalizing modern sanitation. It is already beginning to give significant health and economic benefits as well as contributing to gender equality and human dignity. For us in India, Swachh Bharat has been an enormous learning experience. It has combined the Mahatma's wisdom with IT and digital technologies, contemporary management practices, and a behavior change mass movement. It has demonstrated how technology can be a force multiplier in achieving social sector goals. In September 2018, such findings were shared at the Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation Convention in New Delhi. I was privileged to inaugurate the convention, at which we welcomed a ministerial delegation from Bolivia. Ladies and gentlemen, and dear students, the world of today is very different from the world that Mahatma Gandhi lived and worked in. And yet, Gandhiji remains extremely relevant to 21st century global concerns. In his advocacy of sustainability, ecological sensitivity, and living in harmony with nature, he anticipated some of the pressing challenges of our times. The Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the United Nations are Gandhian philosophy in action. It is almost natural to invoke the Mahatma in any discussion on climate change action. India's role in the International Solar Alliance, an international organization co-conceived and headquartered in our country to is reflective of Mahatma Gandhi. We are delighted to have Bolivia as part of the ISA family. For India, solar and renewable energy is not slogan, it is a non-negotiable. We are the first major economy that is seeking to make that leap into industrialization while also combating climate change and while reducing the intensity of dependence on fossil fuels. India has set a target of 175 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2022, of which 100 gigawatts will comprise solar energy. We are on course to not just achieving that target but exceeding it. There are obvious synergies with Bolivia's own solar and clean energy program. Ladies and gentlemen, in its essence, Gandhian philosophy is people centric. It treasures, cherishes, and renews the wisdom, culture, resources, and life systems of common citizens, ordinary families, and indigenous communities who have lived for centuries in the lap of nature, nature with all its diversity and biodiversity. Like Bolivia, we in India give great importance to the preservation of indigenous languages and knowledge systems. One example is yoga, which is India's gift to the world and is celebrated every year on June 21 on International Yoga Day. I am happy to note that some of the most memorable International Yoga Day events have been held here in Bolivia, including in Santa Cruz and in 2017 at the iconic Lake Titicaca. For me, this is evidence of how the people of Bolivia and India, as inheritors of ancient civilizations, instinctively relate to each other. A people centric approach also adopts a sensitive and holistic blueprint for economic projects and harnessing of natural resources. We need to measure such projects not merely in terms of productivity and balance sheets, but assess them using the metric of sustainability and job and value creation for local communities. Business initiatives and investments must enlighten and embellish rather than just extract. Such thinking is central to India's economic partnerships with other countries, and here too we follow in the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi. It is with this spirit that India offers a hand of friendship to the people and government of Bolivia to partner with you as per your developmental priorities for the benefit of Bolivia and for the future of the youth of Bolivia, including, of course, all of you in this auditorium. With those words, I once more thank the university for this opportunity to share my thoughts with you, and on behalf of the people of India, wish each one of you and wish द पीपल ऑफ बोलिविया ए ब्राइट एंड हैप्पी फ्यूचर अहेड। दोस्तों इसी के साथ ये डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छे से लिखा होगा। एक वर्ड मैंने सैनिटाइजेशन बोल दिया है, सैनिटेशन को, सो आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट। ये 100 वर्ड्स के बाद यानी समथिंग अबाउट 110 या 112 वर्ड्स के आसपास आया है, सो आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट। आपसे मुलाकात करूंगा अगली क्लास में अगले ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर।